Fierce clashes and heart-stopping finishes are both hallmarks of one of the most popular races in NASCAR. And if history is any indication, the Bristol Night Race is guaranteed to entertain guests with yet another epic battle inside this last great coliseum. And with the playoffs right around the corner, it can be assured that at some point, the gloves will come off and a battle to secure a spot in the Challenger round will ensue. It's the Bass Pro Shops NRA Night Race at Bristol, and this is NASCAR on McBlam Racing. And the pace car will make its way down pit road as the field is now in the hands in the 48 Lowe's Chevrolet of Jimmy Johnson, who likes to start on the inside lane inside of Casey Mears. Green flag is in the air. We're racing at Bristol. And through turns 1 and 2, 3 wide as Casey Mears go to the way high side of the track. We looking. Oh, we get contact with Jimmy Johnson. Johnson's around, Kenseth's collected, caution is out. You see here, like, we just barrel right into Jimmy Johnson, but that's mainly because I didn't expect him to come down.
The road will be open this time.
We're staying out. We're staying out. I thought he was gonna go high. I honestly thought he was going to go high. You hear us on the radio there. We're going to choose to start on the inside lane inside of Casey Mears. Martin Truex Jr., Greg Biffle, Ryan Newman, AJ Allmendinger, Kyle Larson, Casey Kane, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and Paul Menard are going to round out the top 10. Michael Annett and Kenseth come down for 2 tires and fuel. Jimmy Johnson's going to start 41st after that incident. Hoping for a little bit of a cleaner start here as we're starting on the inside of Casey Mears. Truex Jr. and Biffle, and the rows behind us.
Okay,
Green flag is back in the air.
Far out, Sergeant. Right's clear.
Much better turn 1 and 2 that time around. Greg Biffle looking to our inside, can't quite get there.
Closing on the bottom.
It's all over our back bumper, but we're going to pull away.
Way to go, buddy.
Slightly, but he did get a big run on us. As long as he's battling side by side with Casey Mears, that's going to allow us to pull away. Casey Mears drops back in line.
You're doing great.
As we are leading laps at Bristol.
Way back.
Greg Biffle rounding out second. Casey Mears in third. AJ Allmendinger in fourth. Allmendinger leading that inside line. Now you see how Greg Biffle, if you could see in my mirror, you see how Greg Biffle's running that top side line.
Far inside, trying to get to your corner.
That's what I was actually expecting Jimmy Johnson to do. I didn't expect Jimmy to come down to the bottom. That's why I drove it in so hard. I was really expecting him to stay up top, just like Biffle is right now. And kind of like I'm doing a little bit, but I'm more diamonding the corner rather than running the top. But that's what I was expecting Jimmy to do. I didn't mean to get into him like that. I wouldn't have drove it down so deep if I knew he was going to cut down and run the bottom.
Low side's clear.
But, you know, he's trying to protect his position.
Whatever you're doing, you just keep doing it.
I didn't expect him to come down. He probably didn't. I mean, AI probably didn't think I was going to drive it in that deep. So just a racing incident there. We do get out front.
On the bottom.
And hopefully he can rally back from that, because that would be... I would feel bad if he had a bad finish because of that. Because, I mean, he started on the pole. So, anyway, we're out front to a decent lead, 0.8 seconds.
You're good high.
They catch us a little bit into the entry of the corner, but we get them coming off. But the problem is, we're kind of tight. And this has always kind of been the issue. And I don't know how to combat this. If you know something, post it down in the comments below. But I've always been kind of combating tight in the night race at Bristol. In the day race, I'm fine. But in the night race, that's when I start to get really tight. And I know that's just the differing of the track conditions from day to night. But I've tried several things to try to combat this, and it's hard to practice it because you practice during the day, you qualify during the day, you race at night. We're getting ready to catch up to lap traffic here. So this is going to be the last race that we run the number 82. As you know, like if you've been tuned in, you know the story, but if you're just now tuning in, you know that well, you don't know, but I've been doing a 3-race tribute to Joseph Lombard and to SC4R. They suffered a tragedy, and this was just kind of my way of showing a tribute to them. I'm running, this is his paint scheme, and it's his number. They're trying to battle with lap traffic here. It's his paint scheme, his number. Sunoco paint scheme, just a few different things.
At your door, up top.
But as far as I know, he's been doing much better. He's in much better spirits now. That's good to see. He's back doing videos. Our controller's getting low. We got to keep an eye on that. But he's back doing videos. So if you get a chance, link is in the description down below. Go show him some love. Link in the comments below. Just go show him some love. Let him know that he's in our hearts. If you're if you're a fan of his as well. So yeah, he's never been too good at this track, and I'm decent when I have a good car. So right now I can get out front and lead, but I'm not the greatest here. Last season we had much shorter races.
Check your inside.
So like we'd almost be coming to the end of the race. Right now we'd pretty much almost be coming to the end of the race, I believe. So it's a little bit of a different story here. So now we have longer races, more tire wear, more fuel use. So we have to account for pit stops and for, worse tire wear and everything. Kevin Harvick's been catching up to us, because we're still trying to battle this car. We have to back it up a lot to be able to, see, we get real tight coming out of the corner. That hurt us some.
Inside's clear. He's coming low.
But Kevin Harvick doesn't get around us just yet. Believe it or not, being that slow into the corner kind of helped us get a big drive off. Yeah, we're really, really tight. That's something we're going to have to look at during pit stops. We're starting to pull away a little bit again.
Looking low.
I don't know how long we can be able to hold them off. So it looks like Greg Biffle's fallen back through the pack. Not sure where he is. Allmendinger is still running 4th. He just got passed by, Harvick and Menard. They're running that consistent high middle lane, basically. That's what I'm kind of trying to run. I had a good corner there. And what I'm actually used to is running the bottom. I know like this middle lane is the lane to run.
50 to go. 5-0. You can do
50
this.
laps to go. But I know this middle lane is kind of the lane to run. That's the lane with the most speed.
Clear right.
Or even the top lane. The top lane does work out really well too. But I'm used to running the bottom lane. I'm just old school like that. A little tap to Trevor Bayne, let him know that we're there. We want to get around them. We don't want these guys holding us up too much. And, oh, Menard got around Harvick. Menard up into the 2nd spot. We need to get around this lap traffic as soon as possible. As Paul Menard works his way around AJ Allmendinger.
Outside.
The 43, can't remember his name right now. His name escapes me. Aric Almirola. Here comes Paul Menard as we went 3 wide into the turn that time around, into 1 and 2.
On your bumper.
Here comes Paul Menard. Don't know that we can hold him off. Here comes Menard. Menard looking to the inside. Can't quite get there. This is a battle for the lead. Here comes Menard. Menard's looking inside. Can't quite get there. Here he comes. Big move. Oh, he's bumping us up the track. That allows Truex to go by as well. Almirola really loose off the turn.
Watch your inside. 1 inside. Car on the bottom, one back.
Oh boy, Stenhouse gets around. He slows down in front of us.
Coming on the high side. Yellow flag.
Caution
yellow
is
flag.
out. Yeah, Menard just slowed right down in front of us. And he was up top, he just came down and he checked up in front of us, and it hurt us quite a bit.
Your road's now open. Crew's on the wall.
Yeah, we're pitting. We'll come down pit road. I know we're third, but we need to think about fuel here. I'm not sure we can make it all the way. Looks like the leaders are coming in. Hey there, race fans, Mikey here, and the Bojangles Southern 500 at Darlington is less than 1 month away. So you know what that means? Throwback paint schemes. Because honestly, why else would you watch me race at Darlington? You know I'm no good there, right? I mean, come on, it's NASCAR 15. And this year we have 2 paint schemes to choose from. The first is a throwback to Smoke himself, Tony Stewart, from back in his Joe Gibbs days, his Home Depot paint scheme. And the second throwback scheme is Jeff Gordon's Rainbow Warrior paint scheme from back in his early days. Yeah, post-creeper mustache. Anyway guys, you have 2 ways that you can vote. The first being down in the comments below of each video leading up to that day. The second is to cast your vote on Twitter. You can find the link to that poll down in the description down below. And while you're over there, maybe press the follow button. You know, because why not? The votes will be tallied on August 31st, which is the last Thursday before that race. Thank you guys for participating, and I will see you in the next race. We lost some spots on there, but that's okay. And we're off pit road. Martin Truex Jr., Stenhouse, Greg Biffle, Joey Logano, Casey Kane, Carl Edwards, Paul Menard, and Ryan... Oh, sorry. Those 6 stayed out. Paul Menard, Ryan Newman, Brad Keselowski, Tony Stewart are the top 10. We start 12th on the outside lane. Everyone else is pitted except for 35th through 43rd. Eric Almirola has the lucky dog. He was the last car 1 lap down. Before that caution
awesome job, guys. Great
occurred.
Teamwork.
Okay, go get him, man. We're still one of the fastest cars out there. Keep hitting your marks.
We're going to try to get up to the front as fast as we can. Here we come. Green flag is
First
back in the
lead by 3
air.
seconds. Car in line with you. Car
Go
inside
down
you.
to turn 1. Ooh, contact with Cole Witt. Gonna run that middle lane. Ooh, contact again with Cole Witt. He pushes it up the track that time. Ooh, contact with Casey Kane that time. Oh, Jeff Gordon gets into us.
Nobody's gonna pull over and make
Jeff
it
Gordon's
easy
in
for
the
us.
wall.
Go get it.
We're in the wall and no caution.
Clear left side.
We stay
On
green,
the
no
bottom, 3
caution.
back. Car 3 back. Clear now.
That whole incident
The leader's
occurred
4 seconds in front.
because someone was forcing Jeff Gordon 3 wide he was forcing him up into us.
Car
Jeff Gordon
outside,
got
back
into
your
our
door.
left rear. That got us sideways
Clear high.
and then
40
caused
to
a
go.
big
Keep it
stack
going.
up. We're trying our best to
Car
get
outside,
back
yeah.
up
Right's all
front.
Clear, bud.
We get around JJ
Car
Yaley.
tucked in behind you.
Casey Kane's all
Car up top,
over the
run
place.
back.
I had to get into brakes
Right
really
side's
hard
clear.
not to be careful not to hit him. Battling outside of
Three
Kurt,
back,
Kyle
three low.
Busch. Kyle Busch on
Car
the
inside
inside.
your door.
Ooh, Jeff Gordon again
Car
gets
3
into
back.
us. That may have been a little bit of retaliation.
There's 5-second gap between you and the leader. Put it
Even
on
though
the
that
low side.
technically wasn't our fault, but we have to let him go. Casey Kane on the outside. And we're 2 by 2. Oh man, Gordon got loose, got
Car
into
approaching
Casey
your rear.
Kane.
Watch your mirror. He's
Kane
coming
got
up
into the wall. Again, no caution. We stay green. That was really weird. Like Gordon's car just
Looking really
just
good,
snapped around on him just about. He got into Casey Kane and
buddy. Car outside.
big contact.
Right's
Work
clear.
our way to the inside of Gilliland.
One outside.
Inside of
Car
Jeff
outside,
Gordon
yeah.
this time around. Trying to get inside of Eric Almirola.
Car up high. Go high.
Oh boy, a
outside.
little tight. Oh, Gordon gets into us again. He gives us a little bit of door. We give him a nudge going up this racetrack. A little bit of a Bristol battle going on between us and Jeff Gordon. For those who don't know, Jeff Gordon is actually Joseph Lamar's favorite driver.
It's time to go to work.
It's a little bit of a battle going on between us. He gave us the nudge up the track, the shove, the door slam. We got into his rear bumper. This type of racing this is the type of racing you come to expect at Bristol. Ooh, Kyle Busch got to the wall a little bit there. We work our way around Michael and Annette, trying to get around Regan Smith to get ourselves into the 26th spot.
Stay focused. Right side's clear.
Trying slowly but surely to work our way back up to the front to get inside David Reagan.
The leader is 4 seconds in front.
Don't think we had any contact with Reagan there. Looks like he just got loose.
One outside.
Working our way inside of Austin Dillon. We cracked the top 25 into 24th now. I'm going to try to catch up to Denny Hamlin. Don't know if those adjustments helped. I know it made us a little bit looser off the turn. So we got to be a little bit careful now. 30 laps to go. Martin Truex Jr. is leading this race. And he's within eyesight. I can see him out there, out front. We work our way around Hamlin, trying to get inside of Brad Vickers.
Car outside, at your door.
Into the inside of Kurt Busch. Now, you see how Kurt Busch just wiggled right there? That's kind of the same thing that happened to Jeff Gordon.
Looks really good.
Oh boy, we're getting real tight here. Oh boy, gotta really get on the brakes here. 3 wide.
Clear up top.
Turns 1 and 2, excuse me.
Check your outside. 1 up top.
Oh boy. Oh man, Austin Dillon gets into us.
Clear right side.
Boy, Kyle Busch in the wall.
Got one working the top.
And still no caution.
We can do this. Gotta keep focused.
I saw Austin Dillon going back across the track, and I purposely came up the track that time just to... He forced it in there where he really shouldn't have.
Looking
A
inside.
little tap to Trevor Bayne, let him know we're trying to get around him. He is 1 lap down.
7 seconds ahead to the lead car.
But no caution. Kyle Busch was sideways on the... Oh boy, big contact with the wall. Yeah, but Kyle Busch was completely sideways. At least it looked that way.
Way to go, buddy.
And I was expecting there to be a caution, but no caution.
Car 2 back. Now you're clear.
But we're up in the top 20. We just got to work our way through this field and take whatever craziness comes with it. Yeah, Ryan Blaney really overdrove that turn. That all started with Ryan Blaney overdriving, and we overdrove a little bit as well. But when Austin Dillon kind of forced his nose in there, that's when the calamity ensued. And I wasn't too appreciative of that.
At your door.
Okay, we're trying to get around the lap traffic of... And, oh, man. Oh, and Logano spins us out.
Clean up truck, are you clear? Pit road's now open. What do you want to do?
You know what? We're staying out. Somebody better keep me away from that damn 22 car. That's all I'm gonna say. Keep me the hell away from that 22. So if I find him, he's going around. Period. As you can hear, we're really not happy with the 22 of Joey Logano. Here's your top 10. Kevin Harvick, Ryan Newman, Paul Menard, Clint Boyer, Kyle Larson, AJ Allmendinger, Tony Stewart, Bobby Labonte. We're running 9th, and David Reagan rounds out the top 10. A lot of other cars have pitted, and Danica Patrick, 33rd through 43rd. JJ Yaley have taken the wave around. And you can hear we're not too happy with the 22, but to be honest, it kind of looked like we came down just a little bit and didn't give Joey a whole lot of room, so we'll probably get over that later on in the race. But now restarting in the top 10,
good,
Green
buddy.
flag is back in the air. Harvick
High
leads him
side.
down into turn 1 and 2.
Okay, come on, buddy. Focus. Let's get that back.
Oh boy, we're
Looking
3
low.
wide. Not good. Oh, Gordon drives us up at the...
3 wide.
He drove
Two
us straight up
outside.
into the
Yellow flag,
into
yellow,
the wall.
yellow.
Big crash. Oh, there
Damn
you
it,
see
Jeff!
Kind of
The hell?
voicing our displeasure there with Jeff Gordon. He just drove us right up into David Reagan. Took himself out in the process, unfortunately. And as you can see, he kind of came down the track, and we just really voiced our displeasure there. That was just maybe in a little bit uncalled
Clear.
for.
You coming in, buddy? You staying out?
Stand out. Stand out. That's ridiculous.
Staying out on the racetrack, not going to come down pit road. We've lost quite a few spots. Jeff Gordon's still going to start in front of us. Actually thinking about pitting, but I'm probably not going to. Kevin Harvick's still going to be the race leader after all this, unless he came down pit road. I don't think he did. He did. Kyle Larson, Paul Menard, AJ Allmendinger, Kurt Busch, Jimmy Johnson, David Reagan, Greg Biffle, Brad Keselowski, Regan Smith, and Jamie McMurray are the top 10. We're going to restart 23rd on the inside lane. Ryan Newman through Eric Almirola has come down pit road. Michael Annett through Jeb Burton, 38th through 43rd, take the wave around. A lot of cars stopping for just fuel only. We're going to restart 23rd. Inside lane, that's pretty good. That's where we want to be. There's Kevin Harvick, who's the first car that pitted.
Come on, you just gotta be
Green
smooth
flag's
and
back
calm.
in the air. We're underway.
One up top. The driver in first, 2 seconds
Paul
ahead.
Menard's leading.
He's coming low.
A little bump to Martin Truex Jr.,
3
who's
wide. 3 wide. You're in the middle.
kind of stopped in front of us. Ooh, contact. Ooh.
He's right on
Ryan
you.
Newman not happy with us for some
3 wide,
reason.
2 inside.
But really, all right, Jeff Gordon. All right, Jeff Gordon.
Car underneath.
Clint Boyer is not a part of this. Oh boy, big. Oh man, just no room. There's no room.
Got one
There's
working the
no
top.
room for 3 wide.
3 wide.
And
2
when they
high.
start getting 3 wide, that's when it becomes a problem, and that's when it kind of becomes a wreck fest. And we get really loose off of 4 that time.
Right's clear.
Try to maintain this position as much as we can. Oh boy, contact up ahead. Smoke. No caution. Oh boy, we got up into David Gilliland. So we backed off there. We were
Outside. Right side's clear.
trying to let David Gilliland get himself right. I didn't want to pass him that way.
Car outside. At your door.
Ooh, Stenhouse with a big dive bomb move in the middle.
One outside.
Ooh boy, came right across the nose of Ty Dillon. I didn't see him back there.
Clear high.
We work our way back up into the top 30, running 27.
On the bottom. 3 back.
I'm going to try to catch up to Kyle Busch this time around. Yeah, we're still starting to fight that tight car. Ooh, a little tap to Bobby Labonte. Inside of Bobby Labonte, we clear him for 26.
3 back.
He
Coming
fights
low.
back on the
Clear
outside. Looking to work our way inside of Kyle Busch.
Car outside you.
Side by side with Kyle Busch off turn 2, going into turns
Car
3 and
inside,
4.
Just looking. Keep digging.
We're still side by
Car
side.
outside.
He taps the wall just a little bit there.
Car at your door. Up top at your door. Guy
He's
just
fighting back
smooth,
hard on the outside.
calm,
There's some
10-4.
good racing here between us and Kyle Busch.
Car
Can't
up
quite
top.
clear him. Oh, he drives it really hard into turns 1 and 2
Watch
that
your
time.
rear.
Oh, he gets it to the wall.
Car inside.
He gets wall glitch and we get
Watch
collected.
the wall, buddy. We're under caution here.
Big wreck, big wreck. Jeb Burton on 2 wheels. And you see, we just couldn't gather it up after that. Kyle Busch drove it really, really hard. But couldn't.
How's the racetrack
Once he
look?
got into the
Good,
wall,
buddy.
that became a problem for us. And yeah, we just couldn't do anything once we got sideways. Brad Keselowski, Jamie McMurray, Menard, Hamlin, Reagan, Kenseth, Stewart, Edwards, Cole Witt, and J.J. Yaley are actually in the top 10. We're going to restart 19th inside lane. Greg Biffle in 23rd through 34th, Chase Elliott pitted. Joey Logano, lucky dog, actually came down pit road for fuel. All right, we're going to try this restart again. Still within the top 30, so we can still make something work here. Green flag's back in the air. We spin the tires.
Car approaching high. The driver in first, 2 seconds
Yikes!
ahead.
We didn't need that to happen.
At your door, up top.
Careful through turns 1 and 2. Oh boy, we're 4 wide. Why aren't we 4 wide at Bristol of all places? That's definitely not going to work. I'm going to get really out of the gas there. Larson really loose. He got into our side. They're 3 wide up ahead of us. Carson gets into us. Larson spins us out. We managed to get it back around, but we're just kind of along for the ride here now. Caution is out.
Oh, these guys. These guys.
Let's see what happened here. Yep. Yep, that's just a racing incident there. I came down, Larson came up a little bit. I want to say I came down a little bit more than Larson came up. But that's what happens, just fighting for that spot, and you can't go 3 wide at Bristol. There's not enough room to do that. There's just really not enough room to do 3 wide at Bristol. And we're increasingly getting frustrated here, because we're trying our best to run clean laps and survive this race, but it's getting to a point now where it's just getting unbearable. But so far, Hamlin is your race leader. You have Denny Hamlin, Jamie McMurray, Keselowski, Reagan, Tony Stewart, J.J. Yaley, Cole Witt, Martin Truex Jr., Clint Boyer, and Matt Kenseth will round out the top 10. We're going to restart 27th on the inside lane. Paul Menard in 30th is pitted on through the field.
If you're going to make a move, you got to do it quick. Let's do it on this restart.
That's the plan.
Coming down to 4 laps to go. This time by, getting ready. 3 flags back in the air.
Four, buddy. Come on, let's pick it up. First is leading by 3 seconds. 3 wide. 3 wide.
And we're 3 wide again. Oh boy, Menard gets into us once again.
Whoa, caution's out.
Caution is out. Boy, big contact with Menard and Michael Annett. Yep. Yep. At this point, it's kind of just becoming a joke.
Clean up truck, I'm gonna need you to go out. Pit road's open.
Yeah, at this point, it's becoming kind of a joke of a race now. And see, this particular problem is the same problem that Joseph has when he races. Cole Witt, Brad Keselowski, Tony Stewart, Martin Truex Jr., J.J. Yaley, Boyer, Johnson, Dillon, Kane are the top 9. I didn't catch all of that before I went by. Denny Hamlin pitted on through 36th of Trevor Bayne. Lucky Dog goes to Michael Annett. I'm going to try this once again, restarting 36 on the outside lane, which can be either really good or really bad. Depends on what line wants to check up. Green flag's back in the air. We're underway.
1 down low. The driver in first, 2 seconds ahead.
We've got about 3 laps to go. Oh boy, they're really slicing and dicing up ahead now.
Car inside, trying to get to your corner. Car outside you.
Voicing some displeasure there. Ooh, got bumped from behind.
Coming on the inside. All right, looks like a green white checker.
Got a bump from behind, and that just got us way out of shape. I didn't expect that. Yeah, just got a little bump from behind from David Reagan, and that just got us out of shape. Dale Earnhardt Jr. got involved in that one.
Pit road's now open. Crew's on the wall.
Boy, yeah, I wasn't expecting that. A little bump from behind. Brad Keselowski, Martin Truex Jr., Clint Boyer, Cole Witt, Yaley, Stewart, Dillon, Johnson, Mears, and Biffle are the top 10. We will restart 27th inside lane. Kevin Harvick on through the 38th of Michael Waltrip, who also gets the lucky dog. They have pitted. Everyone else is multiple laps down, which is a green-white checker overtime. And we just have to hope we can survive this green-white checker. We're coming to the line. Green flag's back in the air.
Car high. One up top.
Boy, a little bump to Matt Kenseth there. There goes Michael McDowell, making it 3 wide. He gets into us, and we're around. Yep. Yeah, it's just hard to control the car when they force you up like that. Yeah, he just forces us up the track. Trevor Bayne gets into the wall. That gets us sideways, and it's just calamity. Absolute calamity. Several cars involved in that accident. This is why you need to run up front. For this very reason, this is why you need to run up front, because it becomes a joke of a race. Keselowski, Truex, Stewart, Dillon, Yaley, Boyer, Biffle, Newman, Mears, and Chase Elliott are the top 10. We will restart 30th on the outside lane. Cole Witt through, looks like Lucky Dog. 40th place, David Gilliland have pitted.
2 more to the finish.
Gilliland came down for fuel only. Keselowski is out front. This could have pretty big points implications for us. Green flag is back in the air. For the second attempt at the green-white checker. Oh boy. Yeah, we're getting real aggressive now. We figure like if the AI is going to get aggressive, but then we need to be aggressive as well. Putting Ty Dillon into the wall. We get to the inside lane finally. White flag's in the air. Whatever happens now happens. We're running 33rd. They're 3 wide behind us. We're trying to make our way around Austin Dillon, or Ty Dillon, excuse me. We're running 32nd inside of Ryan Blaney. Can't quite get there. We're going to come home 33rd.
Man, I know you tried the best you could.
Yeah, I did. I really did.
It was a hard fight out there, and you still managed to score some points. Good work.
Thanks. Oh, thanks. That's... You know what? There's always Darlington or next time. It's just absolutely ridiculous how these guys drive out here sometimes. It's really hard to deal with. Really, really hard to deal with. Anyway, let's try again at Darlington, guys. Let's pack up and go home. Screw it.
Alright guys, so here are the race results for the Irwin Tools night race here at Bristol. Brad Keselowski is your race winner, followed by Martin Truex Jr. Austin Dillon finishes a solid 3rd place. 4th is Tony Stewart. 5th is Greg Biffle. 6th is Ryan Newman. 7th, Jeff Gordon. 8th, Jimmy Johnson, who started on the pole. Rallied back from an incident earlier on in the race. 9th is Clint Boyer, and rounding out the top 10 is Chase Elliott. And here are the rest of the field, where you can pick out your favorite driver. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. finishes 11th, Kyle Busch 21st, Dale Earnhardt Jr. 26th, so that just extends his lead a little bit more over us, because we wound back here in 33rd. Got the fastest lap of the race, but that's when we had clean racetrack. Sorry if you hear the sirens back there. And Danica Patrick 41st, Josh Wisen 43rd in last place. Alright guys, so here are the point standings as of right now after the Irwin Tools night race at Bristol. Dale Earnhardt Jr. maintains the points lead. Tony Stewart has moved himself into the 2nd spot. We have dropped back to 3rd. Jeff Gordon is in 4th. Kurt Busch is in 5th. Brad Keselowski in 6th. 7th is Danny Hamlin. 8th is Jimmy Johnson. And 9th is Greg Biffle. After that, there will be Clint Boyer, Martin Truex Jr., Kyle Busch, Austin Dillon, Ryan Blaney, Matt Kenseth, and I believe finally will be Jamie McMurray, because anyone else who has wins is outside of the top 30 at that point. So there are your challengers for the challenger round. There are your standings for the challenger round for the chase. Those are the people that are moving in. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I should go in higher than these two. I don't know why. Why do I keep getting Carl Edwards' number? That's just a weird thing. But I should go in higher than these two, just based on my, based on wins. I should go in higher. But yeah, Tony Stewart, just consistency, man, gets you up there. Well, let's see how this goes out into future, into the chase. We got to see how that goes. So yeah, guys, a race that started out to seem like it was going to be a pretty decent one, actually just went to absolute crap. A lot of that's on the AI, some of that's on me, and it just went to a bad race. I could deal with some of the stuff that happened there. You know, like the incident with Kyle Busch, that was not. I mean, he just drove it too hard, got to the wall, and just he took us along with took us along for the ride. So you know, stuff like that. There was one instance I came down on someone, I came up into Denny Hamlin, even though he had room. I had room on the bottom. There was 3 wide, and I had room in the middle, but 3 wide at Bristol is always really tough, and you know the car starts to push after a while. I should have pitted. But yeah, the car just starts to push after a while, and you just gotta really kind of deal with that. Had some good racing though. There were some moments that there was some really good racing, and I just wish it would have maintained that throughout the entire race. I don't mind being passed, especially the way Paul Menard did, which I thought was kind of cool. Like he literally got alongside me, got at my door, just muscled me up the track, and I was like, oh. That's interesting, because he had no reason to do that. He just did it, and I thought that was kind of cool. Like, yeah, he's giving me a little bit of a challenge there, and a little nudge, a little, rubbin's racing. It's just like, okay, that's kind of fine. And he did that before at Texas, so I thought that was kind of a little fun thing that happened. I was like, oh yeah, okay, this is how you want to race. All right, fine, we'll race that way. But not in a bad way, like, okay, yeah, he's just trying to wreck me. It's like, no, he's just trying to be aggressive. So, yeah, he's going to be aggressive, I want to be aggressive, and that's fine. There's just other times, like Jeff Gordon did it. Jeff Gordon came up, he shoved up into us, so, yeah, I was close enough to him to give him a little nudge back. So, hey, that's the kind of racing I like, that just rubbing and aggressive side-by-side racing action. It just gets a little bit too crazy here at Bristol. And like I said, if you're not out front, you're kind of done. And I was fortunate last season to be out front at both races and just kind of take off. But these are longer races. You have, more instances for the tires to wear, for the AI to catch up, and to do something stupid, to be perfectly honest. So. Anyway, that's the race, guys. There will be no race next weekend. Next weekend is going to be an off weekend, and then the weekend after that will be Darlington. So please remember, guys, to leave your votes down below. Who do you want me to race as? Jeff Gordon, or Jeff Gordon's Rainbow Warrior, or Tony Stewart's Home Depot Joe Gibbs paint scheme. So yeah, let me know, guys, how the vote on that. The votes are really, really close. But as of right now, as I'm recording this, Jeff Gordon is out front by, I think, a couple of votes. So yeah, just remember to do that. Either here, down in the comments below, vote on Twitter, vote on Instagram. The links are in the description and in the comments down below. Also, another big shout out to Joseph Lombard, aka N2SC4R. He seems to be in much better spirits now. I'm glad to see that. But make sure you show him some love. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for watching the madness that is Bristol. And just one more season of this. Just one more season of this, and it'll be fine. But yeah, like I said, if you enjoy these races, I do them every Sunday following the NASCAR season, which means there will be no race next weekend. Again, the next week will be the following weekend in September at Darlington. So again, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you at the next race.